let's just talk about what you're talking about. The final bit of that match got a little bit hairy. Right?
Yeah.
You guys were close all the whole match. I mean, both of you guys were brilliant.
Yep. Yeah, it sucks to say, but I had to be a little more conservative. I knew that if I ran into him, we saw in his last matches, he used that overhook so well, and he was able to throw people off the side of his hip, and so score points on the edge. It happened to me one time, and I think I was just rushing into it too much, and so I had to play a little bit more conservative. I kept an underhook on the left side and was pushing up on his right shoulder. It kind of kept him kind of cockeyed so I could really control him. It's not the way I want the match to go all the time. That happens. Senior national champ, which feels pretty good. I had a week at Greco, so I mean, not too bad, I don't think. I wrestled 5-6 days at Greco before this. I was doing freestyle, so.
Yeah, but you've been training, right? I mean, you came in confident that you could go through a full day of tough matches.
Yeah, I feel good. Yeah, I mean, Manning it doesn't run us, but he works us hard. Our whole team is full of a bunch of workhorses that like to stick together as a pack and get stuff done as a team. I think that's why we're going to be so good this year. Our lineup is going to look crazy stacked. I mean, we got talent at all levels, every weight class, but it's because we put in all this work before. Like I said, this was our, I think, 8th week of training, I want to say. So Nebraska has been fortunate enough to let us in our training facilities, but to follow, codes or whatever for the COVID, but, they're letting us in, they're getting us, we're working out 7:30 in the morning. We're split up the groups. So this is definitely something that I've been needing for a long time. Last year, didn't get to wrestle at the NCAA tournament. Had a tough year with my weight. Everything just wasn't falling into place. But moving up a weight class like this, and especially going 33 next year, I feel like I'm going to be a big threat. I think I have the hips, I have the power, the explosiveness, the mat awareness. Like in this match, this whole match was based off of mat awareness. I just had to be smart, keep my butt in the center. There was a few times he got me on the edge, and I tried to go underneath, but man, he was he's so tall, man, he pulled me up, and that was the point where I'm on my tippy toes, and I can't throw anybody on my tippy toes yet. So.
Well, listen, you're a national Greco champ, but I mean, are you enjoying it, and do you want to get better?
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. I love Greco. We really didn't have a lot of Greco guys last year, so I wasn't able to really train with a lot of people, but Liam Cronin from Indiana just came in. He's a U23, maybe runner-up or champ or something like that. I think he placed pretty high up there. He was like 3rd or 4th in the ladder. I get to work with him every day. He's shown me a bunch of cool things that I can throw into my arsenal. Peyton Robb, crazy good, just got 3rd. I mean, dude's a tank. And Ridge Levitt, I mean, I could go on and on. Ridge Levitt, Peyton Robb. I mean, we have so many guys in our room that have the potential to be big Greco stars, and our coaches are allowing us to follow our dreams, and so that's what's really cool about it.
So got a typed in question here.
Oh, you're on mute.
No, we're good.
Oh, you're not? Okay, my bad. It says you're on mute on here. Sorry, I just looked. Sorry. Okay, my bad.
How much have you trained in the international styles versus folk style since you started college? And does this result change your priorities?
No, I think priority when I got to college, when I committed to Nebraska, was to be the best I could possibly be. Our coaches are one of the best staffs in the nation. I mean, you can see it with who they've produced on the international level alone. And then in the wrestling room, I mean, we have just hammers in there. And so I don't think my priorities, I don't think they've really shifted or anything. I definitely knew I wanted to go up a weight class. That was definitely a priority for me, for sure. I made 25. I made the cut. I did some stupid things, some mistakes as a freshman would. But I'm maturing, and I feel like, it's going to be really cool to, especially after winning this, just the opportunities that are going to open for me in the Greco scene. Like I said, I don't want to go 57 kg. I never want to touch under 130 again. Yep. That was torture in my life. I don't think I was too big for the class, but I just don't feel the need to go down to perform. Like I'm up here at 62 kg, and I'm feeling amazing. I mean, the motor feels great, and so I feel really good in the matches. But yeah, I don't think priorities have changed, but I think this is just another opportunity for me to kind of showcase another side of my wrestling that I haven't wrestled since 2017 when I won a Fargo title.
Okay, we have to see if anyone else has some questions. We have the journalists here. Mike, Dan, you can go ahead.
Hello, Alex. Was that natural talent that let you do so well in Greco since you only had 5 days of training?
That's a great question. I've always had just natural hips, and when I was in high school room out of Underwood, Iowa, you know, I really figured out that I have really good, like I said, kind of like a mat awareness, but I also have like a good feel when I come up with somebody. And I feel like I'm not afraid to commit my hips. I did it a few times during that last match, and like one bit me on the side. You know, I knew what he was going to do, but I went in there anyways because I'm like, you know what, I'm going to try and push the pace of this match. I'm going to try and control everything. So if I push him to the edge and I start to get a little maybe out of context and maybe too over assertive and it bites me, then I just have to learn from that. But it's just, I think it's just a natural feel that I've had in my body for a long time. Just being able to back arch, like Lamont, when he put me on my back and I had to back arch, basically flip over him. I think that was just like in the middle of the moment, like I have to go. If I want to win this, I have to do something, right? So I think it's just, I don't know, maybe just the ability to kind of sense what's coming and be able to really react to things that are thrown at me. That answers your question.
That's awesome.
Thank you,
Mark Bader, you're good to go.
Hey, Alex, I was curious. Walk me through like the closing seconds of that match and the review time, right? Like you thought you win, maybe at one point you weren't sure, maybe you thought you didn't. I don't know, just kind of take me through the emotions.
Yeah, I don't think the last part of it, the last 20 seconds, I kind of went into a defensive mode, and I'm mature enough to admit it. I feel like I started to hold on a little more. I should have just kept pushing the pace, because if I push the pace, then there's really no way for him to get anything. But I had him underneath my chest, and I thought about, like I told Snyder after, I should have just pushed him away and got back to exactly where I was, but I kind of let him come underneath me. And then it was free for all at that point. Kind of went blank, and I just started reacting to stuff. I thought I exposed him when he went underneath. I thought I at least tipped him enough to expose him. You can see it on the replay. I'm pretty sure I did. But you know, it is what it is. And then I was kind of sitting. I never fell to my butt. I was kind of on just on my haunches, on my ankle, and I was kind of just sitting there I had a over tie, and then I was kind of just posted off on the mat. So I feel like I wasn't scored on. But I mean, just the dread of waiting for that final call was really scary. I knew I shouldn't have put myself in that spot, but like I said, it has been a long time since I've wrestled Greco, so I haven't had very many instances where I got to really be careful in the closing seconds. So maybe that was a little rookie mistake, you know, that I did. But yeah, it was a good match. You know, I mean, hats off to that kid. He's crazy good. He gave me a weird feel. I didn't really know how to attack it, but I knew that I had to stick to what I was doing. I tried a few times. I mean, I think I tried multiple times to body lock him and bring him up, but he's so long, it's hard to, especially being 5'6", and he's maybe like 5'10", lanky kid. Yeah. So yeah, really good wrestler. But
Well, man, we're gonna
Great job.
Go and celebrate. And appreciate all that you've done. Coming to 2 interviews today.
Thank you. I appreciate it,
I
guys.
look forward to doing more of them with you.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Max. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.